Hello again, YouTube. It's Skylar. Welcome back to my face. And today is actually a really exciting day for me personally because I finally got my surgery date for my gender confirming surgery, which will be July of 2020. And I know that's really a long time to wait, but I wanted to take this opportunity for such an important day to talk to you guys about the importance of why gender confirming surgeries for transgender people is so vital to our well being. So, if you haven't already watched, I have made a video previously on gender dysphoria. If you don't know what that is, then please go back and watch that. Now, when it comes to surgical procedures with transgender people, they are very, very expensive and very, very important. The surgeries typically are not performed unless someone has experienced dysphoria in a way that cannot be remedied in any other process other than using surgical applications. There are several different surgeries for transgender individuals. I'm only going to mention a few, and they are very different depending on whether someone is male to female or whether someone is female to male. So, being that I'm a transgender woman, some of the surgeries that are commonplace for trans women are what are called facial feminization surgery, also acronymed as FFS surgery. And what this generally entails is recontouring one's face to help reverse the effects of testosterone-based puberty. And this typically includes things such as shaving down the jawline to make it more feminine. Tracheal shave, which is the Adam's apple, which I actually don't really have an Adam's apple. Yeah, I've never had an apple. I mean, it's there. I can feel it, but it's not visible. So that's good. But usually in this procedure, they do a variety of different things, and it's also important to note that this surgery is also sometimes performed on cisgender women as well who have excessively masculine traits that they see as needed to be corrected. So it's not specifically just for trans women. There are some cisgender women that undergo similar procedures such as this. So another common surgery is also breast augmentation. Now, typically hormone therapy does a good job at producing the tissue that is typical in female development. However, sometimes these results can be limited due to a person's age, genetic history, etc., and sometimes will require intervention surgically in order to achieve the desired result. As of this time, I have only been on hormone therapy for 8 months, so it is yet to be determined whether I will have decided or not that I need this procedure done to help reduce my dysphoria. But if things keep going along the way that they are with my hormone therapy, odds are I most likely will not, because I've seem to be progressing to achieving a desired result. And one of the most common procedures that I'm pretty sure most everyone is familiar with is gender confirmation surgery. And this also goes by several different acronyms as SRS, GRS, so many different ones, but they all basically mean the same thing, is that it's an affirmation surgery that basically confirms a transgender person's gender identity on a physical level with surgical intervention. So, not going into detail on that because you can obviously use your imagination as to what goes into that, but they reshape what's already existing to become more of what it should look like with regard to that gender. Now, that last one is the surgery that I'm referring to that I've scheduled a date for. So for the time between the surgery date and now, I have all the preliminaries to go through with insurance and pre-authorization. There's a lot of counseling and letters of recommendation that also go into this. It's a very, very strict, stringent process. It's not overnight. It is irreversible, which is why they want to make sure that you're absolutely 100% sure that this is something that you need. And it is not something that is recommended for people who are not experiencing gender dysphoria, or naturally people who aren't transgender, which I don't think there's any instances of that happening, but I'm not sure. The guidelines for WPATH, which is the World Psychological Administration for Transgender Health, is very specific on the guidelines required for the prerequisite to these procedures, as well as the accommodations needed for surgeons who perform them. They are very controlled. There's a lot of scientific medical data that goes into these, so it's a very planned and objective procedure. It's something that people have to train for in order to perform it for many, many, many years. I do plan on getting my surgery within the U.S., which is where I live, naturally. But it is important to point out, if you are watching this and you are trying to obtain more information on transgender people, or you are maybe curious about why some transgender people require these procedures, and again, that is because it is medically necessary to remove or help abate some of their gender dysphoria, which causes them so much mental distress. So, with that in mind, I hope that information was helpful and informative for you today. And until the next video, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Please continue to like, share, and subscribe. You guys help so much. And I will see you all tomorrow in the next video. Bye.